Alright, now stop. Y'all don't quite understand the story I got. I once popped. Stop. Y'all don't quite understand the story.
What's up, world? Welcome to Tag. It's your host, Mark A. Sanchez, coming at ya.
Welcome back, y'all. Hey, I want to say thanks a lot for sharing the videos. I appreciate it. Keep liking if you like them. Keep sharing. I appreciate it. We need to get this message out there, help touch the lives of people all around. Like I said, if you guys got any questions and comments, feel free to message me on Facebook, or you can hit me up at tagyourit2@gmail.com. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Last week we talked about how I began to look at porn and how porn began to change the way I thought of myself and how I viewed other people, women especially. This week I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep going with that. I'm going to hit the next step with that. You know what, because I began to think about sex. It got me thinking about sex. Sex is a big deal nowadays. It's everywhere we look. It's on TV, radio, music. It's everywhere. And it's become kind of like it's a norm thing to do. But sex is a big thing. We think too many times it's just a physical thing, but it's more than that. It's a spiritual thing. It's a bonding type of thing where two flesh become one. And they say when you have sex that your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is the thing in your brain that creates addictions. They say when you're having sex, you're kind of in the same place as people that are doing heroin. You create that same addiction. You begin to want more and more of it. And you think, oh, I'm just having sex. That's how guys get their status. You know, say I'm the man because I done banged a bunch of chicks. Squash that. That's a bunch of garbage. And girls, you don't got to settle for that. You're worth more than that. Both men and women, you guys are worth more than just being a side piece, being someone else to add to the list as to they hooked up with this person, they hooked up with that person. You're worth more than that. And I'm going to tell you a little story here real quick, okay?
A king once needed someone to drive his chariot. His castle set up high on a hill with a narrow path with a ledge on the side. He brought in the first guy. He said, "How close can you get to the edge of the cliff without falling over?" He chuckled and said, "I can get within inches and not fall off." Second guy said, "How close can you get to the edge without falling over?" He said, "Oh, senor, I no get close to that edge by a foot at least." And finally, the third guy, he said, "How close can you get?" He said, "Oh, sure, I do not attempt to get close to the edge at all." So at the end, the king said, "I want the guy who's not even get close to the edge for my chariot driver."
So what's the moral of that story? Set your boundaries in a way that you won't get so close that that you cross over the line. It's easy to tiptoe the line, but it's just as easy to fall over when you're tiptoeing the line. You know, if we set our boundaries that, okay, we're just going to hold hands, we're going to go in dates and groups, that's one thing. Don't say, you're like, okay, we're going to kiss, but we're not going to go past that. Because once you get to kissing, you take it to the next step. Once you get to the next step, it keeps going from there. Set your boundaries as far away from the edge as possible to keep you away from danger. I'm telling you this because I value you. You have a lot of value, you have a lot to offer this world. And those little things that begin to affect you. I said before, I disrespected a lot of young women before in the past. And I believe a lot of the things that they were dealing with in their lives began to affect me later on in life. And that's why I struggled with some things, because I made that bond with them and those things got attached to me. And it took some time for me to get free from those things. And that's why I said before, I take time to read my Bible and to pray, because that fills my mind with good things rather than those thoughts that I had poured in for so many years. Begin to find a source. Begin to do your thing. Begin to do you. Like I said before, do you. Do the best you can do. You know, do those things and do them well. And stay as far away from those things that bring harm into your life. You know, we'll hit some other things later on. But I'll say, don't ever forget that you mean a lot to this world. You are valued, you matter, and Tag, you're it.
My whole life changed. My whole life changed. My whole life changed. My whole life changed. My whole life changed.